Hey YouTube, this is Waylon. I'm out here in the storage shed. I am by no means a electrician. I have nothing about me that is an electrician, but in no way at all am I afraid to work with electricity. Pretty basic. Current flows, just like water flows. It's gonna go wherever it fucking can. To take the easiest route, which is called a conductor. A conductor can be water, steel, iron, metal, or copper, like these wires that I'm hooking up. A conductor is something that electricity is able to flow through. This plastic box, this insulating box right here, that's not a conductor. Plastic is not a conductor of electricity. Rubber is not a conductor of electricity. Although there may be rare exceptions. I've never really wired up very much before. I've like switched outlets and stuff in the house where it's one burn out or whatever, put another one in, but that's about all I've ever done. I think these are called gang boxes, or gang boxes on the back. They have 4 little openings, 2 in the top and 2 in the bottom. You need to punch out the little tab. And I just got a bag over here that I throw all my trash in, so my electrical scrap ain't all over the place. You punch that tab out, then you can run the wire through and reach in and grab it and pull out enough that you can have something to work with. Then just take some old insulated wire cutters, make sure that this is the dead line. I just got an extension cord ran out here. There's not even power ran to the shed yet, but I'm just got an extension cord so I can test everything. So I just snip off the insulation here like a poor man does in the trailer park. There we go. And you want to separate this. Now, since this wire is a red, white, and black 3-strand with a ground, I don't need all these, so just to get it out of the way, I'll cut the red one off, because the black is your power. Then I don't have wire strippers, so I just kind of go back a little ways, roll it around the insulation, put your finger on the end, and it pops right off like that, nice and clean. One solid strand. There you go. So here's the plug. I always like to put the ground plug down. So I just take my pliers, put a little hook in the end of the black. Then this goes to one side here on the bottom, in case I decide to add something onto this later. Tighten it down with the Phillips. Bend my ground wire over where it's going to go, make sure it's going to reach. And it does. Trade my screwdriver for my pliers. So I'm just out here hanging out, I don't know how long this video is going to record for. Don't know what I'm going to talk about or anything, but so I'm going to hook up the ground there. It's really soft copper. You bend it too much and it will break. The ground is usually the one that's off by itself. On this case, it's green. Once again, I'm going to put it on the bottom. Just roll it, bend it like a candy cane, not all the way shut, but it's really soft copper, so you can maneuver it and make it work. Make sure they're snug. Grab the wire and work it up to the box. Put it in place, grab your screws. I think the length of these metal screws are a little excessive just for holding an outlet in a plastic box. But I'm wiring up the shed because, you know, we're selling the house. I'm asking $99,000 down the way it is, and I know that's kind of excessive amount of money, but I am willing to owner finance, and I can get you in this 3-bedroom in Sedalia, Missouri on an acre for a couple thousand down out of your tax return. I can let you just move into the house, like maybe I don't know, 8,000. I'd say 8,000 down on a $100,000 house is pretty good. That's less than 10%. And your payments will have your escrow, your insurance, and your taxes, personal property taxes, all included in one payment there together. Another thing I don't understand, why these switches have, or these outlets have Phillips, and then the cover has a flat tip standard. So you have to switch screwdrivers if you're an electrician. I think they should just make them all the same. A Phillips preferably, because it's less it's less likely to snap than anything else. So lift this up here, get up in here, pull the wire up. But I really do want to sell the house, to get the entire house. It's, like I said, sits on an acre, fenced in yard, 10 by 10 dog kennels. Shed here is all wired up for you. This is really a house for somebody that has kids. It is about 2,000 square foot, counting the attached garage. The bathroom has stone tile, the kitchen has stone tile. Now I just got to go get some outlets. You know, it's a really nice shed. I don't know if you're into ceramics or whatever you're into, but this shed will give you plenty of room for your hobbies, whether you be a mortgage and repairman, or a ceramic, or you like to garden. You know, if you like to garden, this is great. Or if you got chickens, man, you can just turn this into a put your birds in here. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you raise rabbits. There's lots of possibilities for a nice shed like this with electricity. It's not heated, so I'm gonna put you a heater in here. That's the next thing I'm gonna do. I just don't know if I'm gonna bury a gas line from the house. Bring it up out of the basement, bury a gas line out here, and put you a wall mount gas heater. Or if we wanted to go with something like these, you're not going to be living out here full time, but go with something like 2 of these American Gas 15-pound tanks. These are brand new, never been tapped into. These are out here, so I may see about getting a propane wall mount heater, mounting it in here for you, or over here by the window, and run the line in through the wall here, through the wood, and set the tanks outside so you can have the heater in here in the winter. If you've got that little lovely dog, but you don't want it in your nice house and you don't want it to freeze outside in the snow here in Missouri, you just put it in here in the metal shed, turn the heater on, and got lighting and everything for your dog. You're going to be good. All right, so there's that. So we're all wired up. As you know, every day World War III is getting closer. It's just a matter of time, just like every day after World War I, every day World War II got closer and got closer Years went by and finally it happened. That's kind of where we're at with World War III now. We had World War II, and every day goes by, World War III gets closer, the world gets a little worse. Jim, there's a lot of things you can do to up the security on this building. You could, if you don't want nobody seeing in your shed and you're buying it, simply go to Walmart, get a couple cans of Krylon black primer, and just get in here, paint the glass black on all four of these windows, and nobody's going to be able to see what you got going on in your shed here. I don't care if they look in here, but they can rip a hole through the tin here with a hammer or something like that if they really wanted to get into the shed easier than they could get through these windows with the bars on it. So I'm just hard at it. I have to go to the hardware store here in a little bit, and I'm going to get 2 adapters like this, 2 plugs. All of these are on one outlet, but I'm going to just wire them all in up here at the pitch and stretch me a wire across and bring it down, and it's going to plug into the junction box or whatever, that outlet with a weather guard on it on the back of the house there. So it should be really nice. It should work really well. I got to do a little work over there on the motion light and shorten that cord up as well. I got to get some extension cords for the Christmas lights that I'm putting up. And everything is just really starting to come together well. But the house will come with all the appliances, which is a drop-in range, microwave, brand new, refrigerator in the upstairs, a dishwasher, washer and dryer, which are Whirlpool, in the basement, fully stocked fallout shelter, with at least a year's worth of fresh food for 4 people, adequate water supply, excellent supply of stuff like gas masks, filters, chemical suits, ponchos, rain suits, garden tools like rakes, hoes, shovels, spades, that kind of stuff, potato forks, liquid fertilizers, LED flashlights, Krypton bulbs, rechargeable batteries, lanterns. I mean, you name it, it's going to be in the shelter for you pretty much. If it's apocalyptic and you need it, it will be in the shelter other than firearms. We are not leaving any firearms with this residence. If you want to live here and have firearms, you got to have your own. We'll leave you the dog kennel, the burn ring. We have 3 or 4 of those metal burn pits scattered around the property for you. I've cut a lot of the brush out of the fence line so you can watch the perimeter of your property. And the shed locks up. Like I said, it's got a concrete floor. It's got a gate on either side of the house. We have a large gate right out here that you can pull your truck in the backyard and wash it. What else we got? A couple big shade trees in the backyard in case of what, baby? Here comes my kid. All right, well, just think about it. Let me know if you're interested in the house. I can fix it up, or you can come out here and take a look. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Thanks, and keep watching.
Thanks and keep watching.
Buy our house.
Buy a house.
Our house is for sale.
That's our house for sale.
Daddy got a bomb shelter, don't he?
Dad has got bomb shelter.
Where's the bomb shelter at? Where's it at?
Downstairs.
Good boy.